When you're post-college and you're trying to get work,
Yeah.
are you just going on auditions and just not getting them and sort of having to sit there?
And it was also just like crazy because my agents at the time, with one exception, this woman, Hannah Roth, were terrible. They sent me to an audition once where I get there and I look down to the role that I'm gonna play. And I look over to the other person that's auditioning for it, and it's Nick Lachey. And I'm like, have my agents looked at my headshot? Do they know what I look like? What's happening? So I was just miserable. And so I call up my mom, say I'm gonna go to law school. Both my brothers went to law school, both of them got their degrees. And I'm thinking my Jewish mother's gonna be thrilled. She starts crying. She says, I'm so disappointed in you. You spent 15 years dreaming of doing this and only less than 3 years trying to live out that dream. Shame on you. It's like, God, you but it was true. And for the better part of 6 months, I kept getting these calls from friends who were going down to New York City and they were going to see a show on Broadway called the 25th Annual Putnam County Spelling Bee. And the message was the same. There's this show. There's this lead character. His name is William Barfay. There's this brilliant actor, Dan Fogler, who's playing him. He just won a Tony for playing this role. Josh, you have to go in for this the second he leaves, because you are the only human being on earth who can play this role. So a couple of months go by. I hear that Dan is leaving, and my team had called them up and said, Josh is going to be in New York for this role. He would love a chance to audition for Broadway. So I show up, and there's one other guy, and his credits are all Broadway.
Okay.
And I have no credits. So he's out there, and it's like 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. I'm like, oh God.
And can you kind of hear it?
Yeah. And
You
I
hear
hear them
like the
laughing,
laughter, yeah.
and I hear it all, and I'm like, ugh. So he comes out and he's looking confident. I go out. It's not only the director, it's the director and like 15 producers, co-directors. It's like all these people. So I walk out, I can make a joke to break the ice. And I go up and I do the scene, and 4.5 minutes into it, the director says, stop. I'm like, okay. And he goes, can I see you for a second? Calls me up to the top of the theater. And he says, I don't think you take this seriously. I go, excuse me? He says, I don't think you take this seriously. I don't think you actually really take any of this seriously. And I go, why are you saying that? And he goes, because you're coming out here, you're telling a joke, you're not, you know. And I go, please forgive me. 15 people are about to make the most important decision of my life. I'm walking out more nervous than I've ever been in my entire life. I figure I have two choices. I can either break the ice and make a joke, or I can projectile vomit over you and your colleagues. So forgive me if I chose the former. And I go, you know, you can question anything you want about me, but I will not let you question my work ethic. I have done nothing but devote myself to my craft for 4 years. I've done nothing but fight to be here. If I don't get this role on my merits, fine. But I love what I do, and I take it very seriously. And I got up, walked out, went backstage, looked at the other guy, and I said, congratulations, you got the role. Went home to the hotel, started packing, get a phone call from my agent, and she says, you have 2 tickets to see Spelling Bee tonight. And I go, why would I want to see that show? And she says, because the director thinks you should probably take a look at it before you start in 2 weeks.
Really?
And that was it.
Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you like what you just saw, then why not subscribe? Click right here for lots more off camera. And If you want to see the hour-long version of these conversations, I'm going to give you the secret link. Here it is, offcamera.com. Check it out.